I'm Jack Collins and I'm doing this video as part of the Spicerhaart recruitment process for the Estate Agency Negotiator Academy position. So to get straight on with the questions, the first question that was asked of me was, what would my first ideal week be like? And for me, that just needs to be learning. I want to be either in the office or out in the properties. That doesn't bother me. What does bother me is that I'm constantly learning from the start. I want to learn as much as possible, as fast as possible, to aid in my progression through this career. The second question that was asked was, what sacrifices have I made as a person to be successful? And I think this will solely focus around my work I did in a school. Being volunteer work, I had to take regular time off work, and sacrifice money and my own personal time to work and be a part of this school. This has been brilliant for me, however, because it has really developed and fundamentally has formed a skill set that can really help me excel in the majority of careers, especially one in sales. Secondly, I get asked why sales. Following on from the point before, my skill set surrounding my communication, leadership, the knowing people, being able to read people, all developed from working in a school, has really sets me up ideally for this sort of job. Following that, also my passion for client care. I think being able to build a relationship with a client, to work out the best situation and get to know each other, building that relationship really helps and is really a rewarding experience. Next thing was that I was asked was surrounding my passions. I think two things stand out for me. The first is sport. I've always been involved in sport. I think it's a great way to be healthily competitive, which I feel you need to be in a sales environment. You need to be able to compete. Secondly, I think it builds up your being a part of a team. You're in a constant part of a team, and you can't just play for yourself in the sport, and especially in team sports, which is my preferred speciality. You need to be able to play for that team, and you need to be able to do what's required to take responsibility. All which I feel is incredibly important in a team-based sales setting like an estate agency. Secondly, is property. I think when people talk about property, it's like a big life-changing decision. It changes lives, and to be part of that process where you're helping change people's life and knowing that your influence, your knowledge, your experience is what will help drive their decision. I think it's incredibly rewarding when you get it right, and I think it's just to see the process from start to finish. And when selling as well, when people sell, you need to be able to offer the right advice and find them the buyer as quickly as possible. And I think overall it creates a very rewarding experience. The next question that was asking me, and I believe it's the final question, was, what do my family, friends, and partner think do not like? What don't they like about me? And why am I the right candidate for this job? And I believe the one thing they don't like about me is what makes me the perfect candidate for this job. When I'm passionate about something, I do not stop. I constantly, it's all I think about, all I talk about. And they describe it as annoying. I don't. I see it as just being driven. And I think that's what's going to make me the perfect candidate for this job. I'm driven and I'm passionate about property and sales and people. And I really do believe that this is the sort of job that I can excel in very well for me and for the company I work for. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.